What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder, coming to you with another session of the brand new series. We in the lab today. Got my walk-in, but I had to come inside today to be able to do what I needed to do inside here. I'm not gonna be long because I gotta run out of here. But y'all know what we doing. Y'all know why we here. It's Tell the Truth Tuesday. It's Talk to Me Tuesday. We got to keep it. We got to keep it real about what it is that we're doing. And this week, all week, we're talking about watch me work. 3 words: watch me work. The mindset of an entrepreneur. What does it take? What are the entrepreneurs doing in order to be able to compete and be who it is that they need to be, that we need to be as entrepreneurs, as leaders? So we're going to talk all this week about watching me work. Yesterday we talked about watching me work from the perspective of spotting opportunities. Are you, as an entrepreneur, looking for opportunities? Or what are you doing with the opportunities that you get? Are you prepared for them? Are you ready to move into that space? Really quickly, I'll speak about this. I was listening to these interviews, and they were talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves. They were talking about the gentleman, what's his name, Anthony Edwards, the star player for them, and how he was, talking at the mouth and saying this, that, and the other. And he did. He was running his mouth big time. He was talking about, everybody's comparing him, wanted to compare him to Jordan and all of those things. And all I could think about was this, and people got to understand, and we're going to talk about today, taking risks, but the opportunity that he was afforded in this NBA playoffs, he wasn't ready for the opportunity. And Kevin Garnett said it perfectly, because I was thinking the same thing. It's a level to in the regular season, and then to the playoffs. That's another level. The playoffs are another level, but within the playoffs, it is an even higher level. And as Kevin Garnett said, the Timberwolves, the whole team, including Anthony Edwards, they were not ready for the opportunity because of the work that they did not do last offseason. Because Kevin Garnett talked about Michael Jordan, the work that he did in the offseason. He came to training camp ready and in shape and ready to endure the long season, including the playoffs. What's up, D? Now, the NBA has an 82-game season. That's just the regular season. Then you get into the playoffs. And Michael Jordan, as most of y'all know, the Bulls, the teams that he played, were going deep into the playoffs every single year. Not his first 8 years, but once he got into the 90s, that 91 season and beyond, they were going deep into the playoffs. They were playing, as Kevin Garnett said, playing till June, playing till May, into June, playing till June, because they were going that deep in the playoffs, which means you have to have a certain amount of endurance in order to be able to take that opportunity. And the Timberwolves are learning a lesson in taking advantage of the opportunity. The opportunity came this year, but they weren't quite ready. So are you ready for your opportunities when it comes? Many entrepreneurs say, they want the Oprah effect. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if I could just get Oprah to this, then I would have, all of this, that. But are you really ready for that opportunity? So you got to ask yourself, are you ready for that opportunity? So let's hop into today. What I'm going to be talking about today is watch me taking risk. Taking risk is a part of being a forward-thinking entrepreneur. It is a part of the mental cost of entrepreneurship, as I've been thinking about this morning, I was going to talk about. And one of my business associates, Dr. Shana Jefferson, has written a book, and I was thinking about her book today when I knew I was going to be talking about risk. And there's a mental cost to this entrepreneurship. There's a mental cost to having to take risk. And being able to be willing to risk it all. And here's you don't want to just take risk. You want to take calculated risk. I watched this past Sunday. I was watching the docuseries, like I mentioned to you all before, on the History Channel. They had a series, How Walt Disney Built America. How Disney Built America. There was a certain amount of risk that Mr. Disney took in order for him to be able to see what we see today, which is the Disney Corporation. Don't get it twisted. All of it was a risk. If you watch that series, you'll see this is a man who took a risk. He took a risk on a vision that he believed in and that nobody else saw but him. And my buddy and I, we would, Donald Morton, y'all know, Donald Morton from Remand. He and I were having a conversation about that, about the series. And I was telling him, I'm like, who takes a risk on something that nobody likes? If you like mice, raise your hand. If you enjoy having mice, let me see you raise your hand. If I say a mouse or mice to you, what comes to mind? Yeah, certainly not something that's friendly, something certain that's not clean or anything like that. But Mr. Disney had the vision that a mouse would change this world. That's the risk that he took. Animation was something that people just did not know back then. What are you talking about, animation? And even beyond the animation was color. He even advanced color because it was black and white back then. Anything that was done, but you talking about you want to put an animated cartoon, what's a cartoon, together. Who does? I said, who does that? Who does that? Right. So for Mr. Disney to be that much of an entrepreneur, that he was willing to risk everything, and him getting Disney started was a tremendous risk with not only a mouse, a duck. I don't know what Goofy was. I don't know what you call Goofy was, but you had all of these characters that he had in his head that he created, and initially no one was believing in it. If you'd have asked me, I thought you were crazy. If you my boy, and he worked with his brother, and his brother was just like, dude, what are you doing? Walt, come on. A mouse? So when you have to be willing to risk it all as an entrepreneur, you've got to be willing to risk it all because it's your vision. You've got to understand that everybody's not going to see your vision. It's yours. But what happened with Mr. Disney was he stuck to his vision, and he brought people around him who he could take calculated risk with, and that were willing to buy into his vision that he had and assist him into bringing it to reality. Are you, and here's the homework and the question for you today. Are you willing? What are you willing to risk to bring your vision to reality? Because being a visionary, being an entrepreneur, being a leader, part of it is going to require that you take risk. That is why you see entrepreneurs such as Mr. Disney. That is why you see entrepreneurs such as an Elon Musk. That is why you see entrepreneurs such as a Reginald F. Lewis. That is why you see an entrepreneur such as Oprah Winfrey, because they were willing to take risk. The entrepreneurship and risk go hand in hand. To me, being a conservative entrepreneur will only keep you at the level that you are. You can't, there's no entrepreneur that has moved to the next level. There's not one that has moved to the next level and has not taken risk. Look at the McDonald's brothers. And they are the opposite of what Ray Kroc was. And what they weren't willing to take the risk that Ray Kroc was. And as a result of that, Mr. Ray Kroc, undermined the McDonald's brothers and took their business and made it into what McDonald's is today. The only reason McDonald's is what it is today is because of Ray Kroc. I give the McDonald's brothers kudos and everything else because they are the fathers of fast food. They created that system. And if somebody can tell me different, then please let me know. But they are the ones that created the fast food system, giving you a burger, fries, and a drink in under 60 seconds. That's the fast food system. The fast food system that you see today is what the McDonald's brothers mastered. But they weren't willing to take the risk that Ray Kroc was willing to take in order to be able to move that concept to the next level. When you are willing to take risk, you as an entrepreneur make yourself different from everybody else. So I want you to think about that today. Think of the risk that you may have to take. And I'm not saying just go out and act all willy-nilly, but I'm saying you want to take calculated risk. And you want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence, you're doing your work, you're doing the backdrop information, gathering the information that you needed, understanding the need, knowing what the benefits are, what the drawbacks can be. Every aspect of the risk you want to be able to take. So think about that today. Here's the thing about taking risk as well. Those who take risk reap the rewards. If you're not willing to take the risk, then you won't reap the rewards. Think about it. Think about what you're going to be presented with. Think about the opportunities you're going to be presented with this week. And I want you to think about every opportunity. When that opportunity comes, I want you to take a minute. I want you to think about it. And I want you to think about what are the risk factors and what are what are the benefits of the risk? What are the drawbacks of the risk? Can it cost me everything? Sometimes it absolutely can. Ask Mr. Disney. He literally lost everything. There have been a number of entrepreneurs that have lost everything because of the risk that they took. Steve Jobs, he took a risk on the very company that he started, and he lost his company. They took the very thing that he created from him, removed him from the company, from the board. But here's the thing about him taking the risk that he took. When he was willing to take the risk and saying, no, I want my product to be at a certain standard, at a certain level. And many disagreed with him. But then when he was fired and let go, what happened was they found out that the risk that he was willing to take and the things that he was willing to do and wanted to do, those were things that made the company different. And what happened? They wound up having to go back to Mr. Jobs and say, hey, Steve, we want you to come back and run the company. And he said yes. He said, but I'm only going to come back if I can do things the way that I want to do them. He hired the people that he wanted to hire. He used the supplies that he wanted to be able to use in his products. And that's what makes Apple today, because of that very thing. So what risk are you willing to take today? Are you willing to take the risk today? Think about that as you go through the day. What risks are coming, when that risk comes, opportunity comes along today, I want you to think about it. Think about the benefits, think about the drawbacks. And is this going to move you, your business, and your brand forward? It's your boy. If these are things that you want to be able to talk more about, you want to kind of hone in on the opportunities and the risks that you see, and you say, Dr. Leroy, I need to get more. I need to be able to do more of this. Then connect with me. Connect with me so we can discuss in further detail about watch me work, that we can do more, and give you the mindset of risking, taking risk, but taking calculated risk, so that you can move your business and your brand forward. Because I want you to move. I want you to be better. Told you my goal: make you better by the end of the year than you were at the beginning of the year. That's what we do. That's my assignment here. So my assignment, but I can't do my assignment if you don't connect with me. So you can shoot me a DM. I'll put the link in the description so you can have that there as well. But let's have a conversation. Let's have a strategy session, a consultation, and we can talk about your vision. We can talk about the risk factors that are part of what it is that you do. And you can make sure that you have calculated risks that you can deal with, versus just going and being out of everywhere and not have the risk be a part of what it is, having the risk being minimized and being calculated, and you understand, the factors that go into it. Morning, Tanya. Thanks for tuning in, lady. So I want you to think about that today. Think about the risk factor. Think about your ability to take risk as an entrepreneur. There's a mental cost to this entrepreneurship thing, and part of that is being willing to take risks. You got to take risks. If you're going to move forward, you're going to have to do it. You have to be willing to do it. Yeah, it's going to be heart-wrenching, it's going to be nerve-wracking, and all of those things. But if you put yourself in a position where you can make the best decision, if you can make the best decision, the best calculated risk possible, then you give yourself the ability to be able to succeed. So it's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We'll be right back here tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you all soon. Have a good one. Peace.